Hello, 110. How's it going? Hey, why did the blind man fall in the well? He couldn't see that well. I say that for two reasons. One, because it's hilarious. And two, because I don't want you to fall in the well. We are going to fast approach the end of your short semester with us, and I don't want anybody to get overloaded or swamped or left behind. This week, you kind of have a duality of things going on, so we're going to look at them briefly together. But you have your final draft of paper 1 due Friday, and then you have some stories to read for the week. 3, incidentally, which are all tied to issues of gender and femininity studies. So please keep track of both, and hopefully it's smooth sailing. Let's take a look at them together now. Okay, here we are in week 5, ready for your final draft of paper 1, as well as a first look into reading as critical theory. And I've gotten some additional links for you here under the actual week module. This is your usual objectives and everything else, but then there are some additional links of things to consider or things to know as you begin your foray into a literary criticism or critical theory. So this week you kind of have two sort of assignments. You've got first your final paper, or your final version of paper 1 rather, due November 20th by midnight. And then you've got a week's regular assignment of reading. There are ultimately 3 stories that you'll be reading, all tied around issues of gender studies. One from Susan Glaspell, one from Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and one from Kate Chopin. Loosely, these 2 are sort of medical in nature that might be appealing to you. And this one is more of a social construct, but all 3 deal in gender and feminist studies. So you can begin to see how you kind of approach stories through a critical or literary theory eye, right? These links are intended to help you gain some context and background knowledge of those approaches. And these are the 3 stories that you'll then actually be reading here. And completing DB6 as appropriate. So once again, to wrap up, these links are for your own education as you try to begin your foray into literary theory. Here is the DB for the week, DB Critical Theory Practice, and your paper 1 Dropbox. That's it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask, and I will try to get them handled. I've also wanted to point out again that for your help, I've got a bunch of stuff in here under grading that all is intended to help with MLA, punctuation, incorporating quotes, using titles, right? Common issues with papers. All of those resources are there for your help. Hopefully you make use of them. I think they can be a help to you as you try to finalize your final paper, or your final version of your first paper, rather. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. You've seen them. Hopefully you have the information that you need to complete what you need to complete. But by all means, if you do not, please email me. A number of you have at different times about various things. Oftentimes, it's an issue of my own, and so I appreciate it when you do reach out to me and let me know, and then I can fix it for everybody. The only way is open communication, so I appreciate it. It's always helpful. Other than that, if you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to reach out via email, though also know at this point in the semester, I usually get more emails, which means there might be a little bit more of a delay in my response to you than otherwise there would be. But rest assured, I do see it and will see it, and we'll try to get back to you as timely as possible. Okay, that's it. Happy writing and happy reading.